I hope you're having a wonderful day today. Today's video is going to be about all things luxury YouTube. It's going to encompass a whole lot of subject matter from is the buying healthy, is it normal, do we compete with one another, all sorts of things. In no way is this video meant to be negative in any way at all, just to open a discussion about people who buy a lot of luxury handbags. I want to share with you the jewelry of the day because I oftentimes get asked. I am wearing my Love Knot set that my husband got me for my birthday last year, and Cartier, Bulgari, and this is just the most comfortable bracelet. I've had this for years. So I have had this video idea in my phone for about 6-7 months, and I'm going to be looking down at my phone. Usually I will put the ideas into my phone and then I will put them onto paper, but it was so many different types of topics, I just didn't feel like writing them all down. Before we get into all of that, if you're new to my channel, my name is Melinda. If you're returning, thank you so much for coming back. I am going to ask you again, I've done this my last 2 videos. This in February this year is my 7th anniversary on YouTube, and I would love to, I've never asked this except for the last 2 videos, for a specific number. I would love to hit 30,000 this year. So if you haven't done so already, I would love it if you could just take a moment and please hit that subscribe button down below. And if you are subscribed, could you just take a moment to look and see if you are? I've seen on a lot of other people's videos, people commenting that they have been unsubscribed and they had to resubscribe. I have also seen, and I have experienced this my own self, with YouTube removing comments. We are not deleting them. YouTube is, so for whatever reason. So if your comment doesn't show up, try posting it again, because it's happening to multiple YouTubers. So I want to just talk about, is doing luxury YouTube a trap? Like, sometimes I really wish I had started a different genre. You know, do you get stuck? Do you have to keep up? I mean, I have a lot of things I want to talk about. Do you buy out of boredom, loneliness, etc., etc.? And as I said, I have had this in my phone for a very, very long time, but there's been a few recent videos that I've watched that are not exactly the same as this, but do touch on some of these topics. And one of those videos is by Jessie Style, and that is Jessie from Jessie Style and Amelia from Amelia Rose's Closet. If you have not watched them, check them out. They are lovely. I'm going to leave their videos down below. Theirs are really centered around a specific comment that was left on Jessie's video, which has to do with why people shop. But that was already written in here, and I saw their videos and I thought you might be very interested in watching theirs as well. So let's just get right into it. Is there competition among luxury YouTubers? Absolutely. It depends on who it is though, but yes, there's competition. There's a lot of times where people will steal other people's ideas and you can just tell that they did. They won't give them credit for anything. There is a lot of competition. There's also a whole lot of support and people that will lift each other up as well. Are there cliques? Absolutely, a lot of clicks. And I don't think that that's a bad thing. I think it's actually a good thing most of the time, because you have people that you're connecting with all around the world. And when would you have the opportunity to meet these people? For example, and I'm not saying these people are in cliques per se, but just talking about friendships. For example, Karis from LV Lover CC and Mel from Mel in Melbourne are really good friends. They FaceTime a lot. They send each other birthday gifts. How would they have ever had a chance to meet each other? And you know, I could go on and on with so many examples. So there are cliques. I don't think it's a bad thing. I did see a video fairly recently that I thought was rather interesting. She was talking, I'm not going to give her channel a view because I don't like what she said. She was talking about people who unbox a lot of bags or who own a lot of bags and don't have a very high subscriber count. And she said, well, they're all fakes. She said, if you're not getting VIP invites and if the person doesn't have over 100,000 subscribers, they're all fakes. And I was like, no, not necessarily. There are a lot of YouTubers. There's so many that have been popping up in my feed brand new YouTubers that maybe have 100 subscribers and they're unboxing real bags. Your subscriber account has nothing to do with your bank account for most YouTubers. So yeah, there was a whole video and people were like, yeah, I knew they were all fake. And I'm like, I don't own anything fake. You do you. No judgment, but I think that I don't think so. Do you feel like you have to be the first person to get the newest, greatest it bag? And I think that some YouTubers do, and some YouTubers actually genuinely really like the new it bag. For me, it is extremely rare. Once in a blue moon, I will buy something that is really popular, and I in general had no idea until I posted it on YouTube and saw that it was an it bag. I tend to just kind of follow my own beat and buy whatever I want to buy. Out of style, fast fashion, do you worry about that with bags? And, you know, being on a platform where you're sharing luxury over and over and over, you know, are any of these bags behind me considered still in style or not in style? I thought I had a whole bunch of caramel colored bags. I only have 3, but I thought I would do a color theme today. I personally don't care. I do feel like a lot of luxury fashion houses are kind of fast fashion. They're flipping so many new creations so quickly that it kind of loses my interest because it's just moving way too fast. So for me, I personally don't care. Let's talk about sponsorships. I know a lot of you hate sponsored videos. I don't mind when YouTubers do them. I do them myself. For the last 2 years, I have only chosen to work with one company. I am currently considering working with 2 companies. I am really doing my research. I do not show you anything that I don't believe in, but I am all for it. I have no problem with YouTubers using sponsored content. It takes a lot of work to do a video. A video like this is the most simple type of video that I do, and even this is going to take me many hours to get this edited, uploaded, to do a thumbnail. When you're talking videos where you're doing mod shots and when you're turning the camera around, you're showing things in your bag, you're doing, you know, comparisons, those are a lot more work. And if somebody wants to take a sponsored video, I don't have a problem with it. I mean, I think a lot of the people that get angry about it have never put in the effort for what it takes to make one single video. So if somebody can make some money and it's something that they genuinely believe in, I think it's great. If somebody's sharing something with you that they don't like and they're just doing it for money, I don't care for that, but I think, you know, it's fine. So back to going to, is luxury YouTube a trap? Do you get stuck? You do. You really do get stuck. I have tried so many times to change gears, to switch up what I'm doing. I have done cooking vlogs. I have done travel vlogs. Some of my travel vlogs have done very well. Some of them have completely bombed. My cooking vlogs always completely bomb. But they are also some of my highest liked videos. So the few of you that do watch those enjoy them, and a lot of you will message me and be like, oh, I made your chili or whatever. But it's like, you really can't take an audience that you have built on showing luxury to and expect them to be interested in you making pasta salad or whatever it may be, because it's just a completely different genre. And I am going to talk about a little channel change up in an upcoming video. I'm kind of going to start going a little bit more, as I already have been the past, I guess, 2 years now. I am going to still continue to go in a little direction different than just talking about all luxury. Okay, the next thing I have on here is, remember back in the day when you had one handbag and you would just carry it and use it. You might have like an evening bag, but you had your daily bag and that was what you used all of the time. Or if you bought a fine watch, you had one fine watch. Like, I remember my friend's grandmother, she had a beautiful Rolex. She had one. My friend got it when her grandmother passed. It was very special. She didn't have this collection of 20 watches. Not that there's anything wrong with that, but I feel like things have shifted and changed so much. And for so many of us that do YouTube, I think a lot of us started off having just the one bag and not, looking towards more and more and more. So I remember those days very, very well. And, it's like nowadays it's like, oh my God, Becky, look how big her bag collection is. It's so big, where it used to be so small. So that brings into the next thing, was, is it an addiction? So many people throw around this word addiction. And I have actually seen somebody use this in the terminology of an alcoholic. They were comparing an alcoholic to somebody who bought a lot of handbags. Yes, I do believe you can be addicted to shopping. I have my Bunny Rabbit Starbucks cup with ice water. I do believe that there is shopping addictions. I thought the comparison, I've had this discussion with my husband multiple times. I thought the comparison was very poor. I don't think anybody's ever gotten pulled over driving home from the mall because they had too many bags in the back seat. I don't think anybody has forgot to feed their child because they had bought too many bags. I think it's a whole different animal when you're talking substance abuses to shopping. And I do believe that it can be an addiction, but I don't think it's on the same level. And I think people just throw that out there so easily. Oh, they're addicted to shopping, you're addicted to shopping. I hear this over and over and over. And I'm going to get into that a little bit deeper in a moment. And this is where the part that I think that you might enjoy watching Jessie and Amelia's video. I have seen this written for so many years on the Purse Forum, on YouTube, on all sorts of places, anywhere where you talk about handbags. Shopping from boredom is, are you shopping because you're lonely? Are you shopping because it is a habit? Like, why are you buying all these things? Personally, for myself, I shop the most when I am the happiest. I shop the least when I am the most unhappy. So take, for example, that video that I did in 2022, Bagged Out. I was at the lowest point in my entire life. I lost my mom 1 week after that video. I didn't want anything material. Nothing meant anything to me as far as buying stuff. Everybody is so different on this level though, why they purchase, and everybody's completely different. And if you can afford it, does it really matter what your reasons are? What do you guys think about that? Like, if you're not hurting your family, your finances, you have your retirement set, you have your 401k, you're invested, you have no debt, does it really make a difference what the reason that somebody is shopping for? I tend to not judge because that person is not, you just don't ever know what some other person is going through, and they didn't ask me for any money. So I tend to not judge that. But when does collecting and buying turn into hoarding or into something unhealthy versus healthy? When does it become a problem? At what point? So I did a handbag collection video very, very recently, and I was shocked. I have a whole lot of handbags. And I think that this question to me is the most fascinating of all of them, because I read this too, like, people call other people hoarders, or, she has way too much, or she has way too much. And, you may think I have way too much, or she or he, but I honestly think that that's something as fascinating as I think it is, and want to sit and really delve into that. I don't think that that is something that I am capable of doing. I really think that you need a licensed professional, a psychiatrist, psychologist, whatever. I think you need to sit down individually with another person and talk to them. I don't think it's just this broad spectrum of you have this many bags, so therefore you fall into this category of you are a hoarder, you are an addict, you have too much. This person only has 20 bags, they're totally fine. The person with 20 bags may be more of a hoarder and more of an addict and have more of a problem not a product, have more of a problem with shopping than the person that has a whole lot of bags. So I don't feel like, I'm qualified to say any of that, but I think it would be fascinating to learn that from somebody who is qualified to say all of that. And when with luxury, when did it become paying over $1,000 became normal for a bag? Then $2,000, then $3,000, then they're $5,000. Like, we have normalized this, us in general, as luxury YouTubers, on going higher and higher and higher and higher with bags. I personally have never paid over retail for a bag. I have never sourced a bag. I will never do either of those things. If that makes somebody else happy, go for it. I am never going to pay more for a bag than what the bag is worth retail. There will always be something new that will come out, and I will forget about that bag and something else will come out later. But I feel like we have normalized that we spend so much money. I really do. And I think that my husband strongly believes this with me too. I think everybody collects something on some kind of a level. And I was at my parents' house this weekend, at my dad's house, and my mom, I've told you, she collected a lot of things. And I meant to take a picture of her thimble collection. It's very small and nice because thimbles they're that big, so you can collect a lot of thimbles without a lot of space. But they made her very, very happy. So I feel like everybody has something that they're into, and I don't feel like it has to always be that deep, It doesn't have to be like we really have to ponder, why does Melinda have all these bags, or name any other luxury YouTuber. But I really do feel that doing luxury YouTube is a trap in a lot of ways, especially when you've been doing it as long as I have been doing it, and then you're trying to kind of switch genres. I said this in a video a long time ago. I follow Charlotte Dobre, and she did a video on, she does reaction videos, and they're really funny, but she did a video on anytime she did something out of that genre, and she has like, I think 1 million, or I don't know, she's tons of subscribers and lots of views. But she said anytime she went out of her genre, it just tanked. And yeah, I do feel like you kind of get stuck in that, and it's like, I don't always want to talk about luxury, and I'm sure you don't always want to watch luxury. You watch a lot of other things on YouTube. But yeah, I think that, overall, as far as the competition, the clicks, and the YouTubers, I think overall it's really been positive, and that most people are really nice and really supportive. And of course, you're going to have some bad apples. You're going to have that anywhere, at work. You're going to, anywhere you go in life, you're going to have some people that are really cool, and some that are not so cool. But what do you all think about all of this? What are your opinions on anything that I talked about today? Let me know down below, and I hope to talk to you again very soon. Take care. Bye-bye.